With you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even this is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. Catch made here by Campbell. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Stick. Ebron's got it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Off play action, it's Stick. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. And he connects with Ebron. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Big completion there on 3rd and short keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Dancing to his left. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Cam, option left. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On 2nd and very short, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And I think the ball's out. And some space here. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Stick. Over the middle, it's complete. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack, and he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Hey, box drop.
On 2nd and 9, Stick flushed out right. And a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's got his target. That's more. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Just like that. Check 53's Mike. Check.
Gun.
Let's go.
Now Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd and 2, Newton. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
20.
Check. Lucky.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. There's Scarborough on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stick looks to throw. Funches has it complete. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Stick back to pass. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw is Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey!
from the gun. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
Let's get it. Okay, baby, I see you.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
26 months. Here we go. 26 months. 26 months. 20. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three.
Throwing again is Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up third down and 20.
The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 8.
Here's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Stick looking to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw here. And the catch made by Hilton. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
On the double. 6-6. Pull it high.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He's going to go up top for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
That's the way. Check 15. Check it fast.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
26 months.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Newton. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Now on 2nd and 13, Newton, and he'll be brought down by the Colts.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Third and long, it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Hines. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Come on, set. 60, Pittsburgh. Pilot, 64, win.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 21 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air. Newton on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Stick. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now Cam, option left. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's got room. And he's into the clear. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. On first down, Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. 20.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Newton now to throw. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
On 3rd down, Hines. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the ready. 4. Hey, wahoo! Now.
3rd down, they'll throw with Stick. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, 47 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
First and 10 at the 44.
On 1st down, it's Newton. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Newton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Justin Houston, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
31's the mic. I got one.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Super Bowl 55 hitting the home stretch, less than 2 minutes to go. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? And, you know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Steps away to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Matchbox lights. 5.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in Indianapolis. The Colts are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.